Now, what happened at the gate of heaven? At the judgment gate, I saw a brother who died and was coming towards the judgment gate. When he got to the judgment gate, he saw Jesus and screamed and was asking Jesus, Lord, will there not be mercy and forgiveness for me again? Right there, the two angels called me and said to me, this man was a married man. This man had been a Christian and was traveling to a place through public transport. There, in the public transport, he met a lady and ended up committing adultery with the lady in a hotel and died after the act. And he was now asking for mercy and forgiveness from Jesus. And Jesus turned to him. This was what the angels told me. Jesus turned to him and told him, when that young lady was seducing you, I was aware of it. I gave you grace, sufficient grace to overcome. And my spirit was warning you, son, don't commit that evil. But because you were overcome by lust, despite my warning, you went ahead and committed that adultery. This city of heaven is too holy to accommodate you. Here in this city of heaven, the Father is holy, the Son is holy, the Spirit is holy, the angels are holy, the saints are holy. All living creatures are holy in heaven. And above that, heaven has been dedicated unto holy living. Therefore, nothing that is defiled shall ever enter into heaven. Oh, what a loss. The angels at the gate beckoned at me, and I came to the gate. The book of life was opened, and he placed his finger on a particular spot and said, in the morning of today, this man's name was written in the book of life. But as you can see in the evening, the man's name had been removed from the book of life. And I saw where the man's name was written, and I saw where the man's name had been removed from the book of life. And as that man was standing and asking Jesus for mercy and forgiveness, Jesus told him that it's too late. He was asking for a second chance, and Jesus told him it is too late. Jesus told him, in this place, God the Father has given him this place as an inheritance, and that it is appointed unto men once to die, and after that the judgment of God. Jesus told him that mercy is only obtainable in the world. Once you die and cross over to the other side, there's no more mercy. While this man was pleading and we were watching him, a mighty force came and took him off his feet. And I fixed my eyes on this man, and this man went to hell. What a loss. What a loss for eternity. This is for eternity. Friend, I want to counsel you today. A lot of people commit adultery. They call it fun. A lot of people commit sin. They drink it like water. A lot of people don't bother about God. If you lose your soul in eternity, it's going to be forever and ever. While we were still standing at the gates of heaven, a preacher died and was coming towards the gate of heaven, the judgment gate of heaven. When he got to the gate of heaven and wanted to step on the shore and step into the city, the angel shouted, "Stop!" And he was frightened and he stopped. And Jesus went closer to him. Jesus said to him, when I saved you from your sin, I gave you a robe and a garment of righteousness and holiness of life. And I warned you against defiling this garment. Look at the stain on your garment. And the man began to look at himself. Jesus assisted him and pointed somewhere around his chest side and said, see the stain on this garment. This garment was not the garment I gave you. Your garment had been defiled. And the man went to hell on an account of one sin. the man went to hell. Hell is not a place to be. What a beautiful city it is in heaven. As I stood at the pearly gates of heaven, I had automatic joy. I had an excitement that I cannot explain. 5 minutes in heaven, you will forget all your sorrows, all your troubles, all your tribulations on earth. But 5 minutes in hell is like for eternity. Now, we stepped into this outside the city of heaven. I was hearing some songs of joy, melodious songs, songs of glory, angels, voice of angels. But the moment we stepped into heaven, heaven became so quiet. You know why? The King of the kingdom had arrived. Because God gave Jesus a name above every other name. And that at the mention of that name, every knee must bow and every tongue must confess that Jesus is Lord. When we stepped into heaven, I saw